Hey everyone, it's Jake here. I need to tell you about something that happened to me a couple of years ago. I don't usually share stuff like this because it sounds insane, but it's been haunting me ever since, and I just need to get it off my chest. This is the story of how I ended up terrified of mirrors. It all started when my family moved into this old house in a quiet neighborhood. The place was kind of creepy, honestly. It was one of those houses with creaky floors and weird drafts that come out of nowhere. But the weirdest thing in the house was this huge, old mirror in my bedroom. It came with the house, and my mom thought it was cool, like some kind of antique. I wasn't so sure. The mirror had this heavy, black frame with carvings of weird faces. Angry, twisted faces that looked like they were screaming. The glass was a little foggy, like it was covered in some kind of film. But whatever, right? A mirror's just a mirror. Or at least that's what I thought. The first few nights in the new house were normal. I was busy with unpacking, getting used to the place, the usual. But then, on the fourth night, things started to get weird. I remember it was late and I was just lying in bed, scrolling through my phone, when I noticed something in the corner of my eye. It was the mirror. There was something off about the reflection. At first, I thought it was just a trick of the light, maybe the foggy glass messing with my eyes. But then I realized I wasn't the one moving in the reflection. I was lying perfectly still, but in the mirror, my reflection was shifting slightly, just enough for me to notice. I got up and walked over to the mirror, telling myself it was just my imagination. But as I got closer, I swear I saw the reflection smirk at me. Yeah, my own face, smirking. My stomach dropped. I backed away and turned on all the lights, trying to convince myself it was just a trick, some weird optical illusion or whatever. But after that, things only got worse. Every night, the same thing happened. I'd be lying in bed, and out of nowhere, the reflection would start doing things I wasn't doing. Sometimes it would just stare at me with this creepy grin. Other times it would reach out like it was trying to grab me. I started avoiding the mirror. I even threw a blanket over it, so I wouldn't have to see it. But that didn't help. The nightmare started right after that. In the dreams, I'd be standing in front of the mirror, unable to move. My reflection would be there, but it wasn't me. It was something else, something evil. It would just stand there, grinning at me, and then the mirror would start to crack. The sound of the glass splintering was so loud, like it was echoing inside my head. And then the mirror would shatter, and everything would go black. I'd wake up in a cold sweat, feeling like I'd just escaped something horrible. This happened every single night. I was barely sleeping, too freaked out to close my eyes for more than a few minutes at a time. I tried telling my parents, but they didn't believe me. They thought it was just stress from the move or too much screen time before bed. But I knew it was the mirror. I started feeling like it was watching me, even when I wasn't looking at it. One night, I'd had enough. I decided to get rid of it. I grabbed a hammer from the garage and went up to my room, ready to smash the thing to pieces. But when I pulled the blanket off, the mirror was gone. Or at least it looked like it was gone. The glass was black, like the reflection had been swallowed up by darkness. I couldn't see myself in it anymore, just this endless dark void. And then I heard a whisper. It was coming from the mirror, my own voice, but twisted like it was coming from far away. It was calling my name, telling me to come closer. I was frozen in place, my heart pounding. I knew if I got any closer, something terrible would happen. But I couldn't move. I was stuck like my feet were glued to the floor. The whispering got louder, more insistent, and then the darkness in the mirror started to move. Something was coming out of it, something with my face, but it wasn't me. It reached out of the glass, its hand inches away from my face, and then it stopped, just as it was about to grab me. My mom came into the room, snapping me out of whatever trance I was in. She saw me standing there, white as a sheet, and asked what the hell I was doing. I just pointed at the mirror, but when she looked, it was normal again. Just a regular old mirror. I begged her to help me get rid of it. She finally agreed, probably because I looked like I was about to lose it. We took the mirror out to the curb that night and left it for the trash pickup. After the mirror was gone, the nightmare stopped. The room felt lighter, like whatever had been there was finally gone. But I still couldn't shake the feeling that it wasn't over, that whatever was in that mirror was still out there waiting. I haven't looked into a mirror for too long since. Every time I catch my reflection, I can't help but wonder, what if it's not really me looking back? So yeah, that's my story. Believe it or not, that's up to you. But I'm telling you, if you ever come across an old mirror with a weird vibe, just leave it alone. Trust me, it's not worth it. Thanks for listening, and be careful out there. You never know what's lurking on the other side.